Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I'm picking up a message. Is this close enough? I'm picking up a message about how you're perceived, okay? And it's really about how you perceive yourself, but then it is also about how you are perceived. You've lightened up in a way, but it's funny because I'm hearing the way you lightened up, it's harsh to many, okay? But that's just because they're not used to this version of you. I heard you accelerated. You've accelerated a certain aspect of you. So the version of you that these individuals are seeing now, they are definitely not used to. Okay. It's surprising. Okay. It's something that they didn't expect from you. Okay. You've become more expressive. That's one thing that I'm picking up on. You've become more expressive. It wasn't a problem when you chose not to say anything. So it feels like you're beginning to come into this space of standing up for yourself and expressing yourself the way you choose to in that moment, not thinking so much about someone else's feelings, but really putting yourself in the forefront in such a way where you don't feel bad about it later. Okay? There's something here about that. Okay? And this is the aspect of you that this is not normal. This is not something that they're used to. Okay? It does make them angry. They don't like it. They don't like it. However, they respect it. So it's like a love and hate type of energy that I'm feeling, a love and hate type of relationship that they actually have with themselves. But it's just easier for them to blame you. Okay. It's just that you have opened up to the version of you that represents the best in you. And the best in them hasn't truly fully arisen yet. So to see you in that energy is, I heard it's deafening. I heard deafening silence. I heard before they might have said you talk too much, now you don't talk enough. It feels like a bullying energy, like somebody or individuals in your life who tried to bully you or who did actually bully you. But now that energy doesn't affect you anymore because you understand it and you moved on from it. So there's energy around you that bullied you on a regular basis. Like that was the goal. Okay. I heard you became the goalpost. And it's primarily, I'm hearing, because in those times you weren't ready to express yourself. You hadn't gotten to that point yet. But once you've gotten to a point where you don't want to accept bare minimum when you know you give so much energetically, because you understand your value now. You didn't understand it before. There was little bits and pieces that needed to create the full picture of you. And you didn't see them because you were just coming from a place of that lightheartedness. So you haven't completely done away with that energy. It's just that you know how to maintain it. You know how to give it out when it's necessary. You don't just give it freely. And that's the difference between before and now. Now, when you recognize that someone is not really rocking with you like that, you pull away because you know that that is best for you, because you don't have no time. Okay? You don't. And this feels good to you because you're no longer suppressing the aspect of you that is the protector within you. Okay? You were suppressing it to spare others, to spare the feelings of others. But you have chosen yourself. So being that you have chosen yourself, you no longer hold back. You only hold back when necessary. And you use your discernment to know if it's best to speak or not. Okay? However, you do know that there are times where it is time to speak. Sometimes your silence is louder. And when your words are spoken, they're sharp. Now that you're in this energy, you wish you would have done all of this from the start, is what I just heard. But it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's not about what you could have done, like woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's more so about what you know now and how you've grown from how you were before and how you are now. So it's actually good because you can see the difference, like the before and after, right? You can see the difference in yourself. So being that you can see the difference in yourself, this is more of a reason for you to be more accepting of your luminescence from within. Because you've accepted yourself, it causes you to illuminate. And this is the reason why there's a love and a hate, because it is to be respected to see someone go from being someone who chooses not to stand up for themselves or choosing not to express themselves when they really want to, because that's what it's really about. When you feel the need that you want to and you say what you need to say, that's a good thing because you're not suppressing your own energy. That could actually make you sick, not expressing yourself when you have something to say. It's one thing if, you can be furious at someone and choose not to say anything. It's okay because you chose not to say anything, you see? It's also about the decision in that moment and making the decision for yourself and not being coerced into making the decision, because then that's when it could fall back on you and it could become a problem, because what you said or what you say, you want to make sure that you mean it. Okay. So this is the energy that I'm picking up. This is why there's like this love and hate situation in the air, because it wasn't expected for you to just move along the way you did. You just moving right along. You didn't even really get caught up too much with whoever these individuals are or whoever this individual is. They're surprised at you because you didn't get caught up. And I feel as though they saw you get caught up before. They watched it happen before. So they were forever thinking that that is the way that it would be with you. But that's not the case, because you've changed. Because you're more enlightened now. So now that you have that enlightenment, once you see, you can't unsee. You can't go backwards. You can only go forward from that point on. So now you're continuing to move forward, and they are now left behind at that point because they're not ready to truly look at themselves yet. You chose to look at yourself, and that's why they're enamored by you, but then at the same time frustrated. Wondering how you came to this space where you are now? How did you get here? How are you so confident in this space now? Where'd that come from? Is the energy that I'm picking up on. And it's just because you understand yourself. You understand yourself and you're accepting of yourself. And yeah. Your results are surprising because people have a tendency to think that a person will always be the way they were, and they don't like to see anything more. They just want that person to stay like that because a lot of people don't like change. It makes them feel uncomfortable. And for you to be so accepting of the change without viewing the change within you as something that you should be repulsed by, it actually did what it was supposed to do. Your response to the change in you, it caused great growth. Like massive growth happened in a short period of time because you've accepted yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. Actually, I like this energy because it just goes to show that you didn't allow those who are not ready to trip you up. Just because they are not ready for the change doesn't mean that you are not ready. Two different people in two different phases is highly likely in this realm. That's what happens here on Earth. And to be accepting of that is something that you should celebrate. Okay, so that's it for this message. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.